Okay, today we're going to work on our golden proportions for our self-portrait, and we're going to get our paper set up so we can begin drawing soon our facial features. So eventually your portrait will look something like this, okay? But we have to have a starting point, and there are tricks in drawing, just like in everything else, that make your eye think they're seeing something three-dimensionally when really it's on a flat plane. So to start us out, we're going to draw some guidelines. So the first lines, and remember you're going to need a pencil for this. There's my pencil. You're going to maybe need an eraser, and you want to draw very lightly. I'm going to draw darker on my screen so that you can see, but you need to be able to draw very lightly like that, which is hard to see, so that when you need to erase it, it erases very easily, because eventually the guidelines will go away. So the first thing is, we have a nice big 12 by 18 sheet of paper. I want you to look to the middle of your page and draw a good sized egg shape. And an egg, if you recall, is wider at the base or at one side and more narrow at the other. And we want that because for our head, the top of our head is wider because that's where our brains are, and our chin is narrower. So I'm going to sit down and draw this. I've been standing and it's a little harder to do. Mine is all a little wonky. But again, I'm drawing lightly so I can erase it later as needed. Okay, so now I have an ellipse or an egg shape. Okay, first thing I need to do is to draw my eye line. Now this is not your hairline where your hair meets your forehead. This is the top of your head. So from the top of your head to the base of your skull, or your chin, excuse me, base of your chin, that is, your eyes are halfway. So eyeball it, haha, and draw your line right in the middle, or as close to the middle as you can get it, and that will be your eye line. I'm gonna write this to the side. You do not need to write this to the side. This is for me to show you. That's your eye line. Okay, next line. Your nose is halfway down your head. So, halfway down from your eyes to your chin, to the base of your nose. So again, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to just estimate, and I'm going to say, okay, that's about halfway. And so that's where the base of my nose is. Okay, that's done. Then I've got to draw my lip line, and from the base of my nose to the bottom of my chin, about halfway, that is the midline, or the middle of your mouth. So mid mouth. Okay? All right. Then coming back up top, your eyebrows are about an inch above your eye line. So I put your eyebrows right about there. Eyebrows. I also like to draw a sight line very lightly, just down the middle, very lightly. Okay. Now, the other thing that you may or may not know, your face, your head is, where am I going to write this? 5 eyes wide. Don't believe me? Gently measure with your fingers the length of your eye, and from head on facing, just kind of mark it out on your own. It is 5 eyes wide. It's wild but true. Okay, so I'm going to figure out how wide my eyeballs should be, and I like to just make little guidelines on here for the middle, for the bridge of my nose, or in between space. And then I'm going to guesstimate. I'm going to say, well, maybe this is about the right size. Let me count it out now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, that was pretty good. So I'm going to have that as a size for one eye, and then I'm going to hop it over here, and this will be where my other eye will be. Okay? Then the center of your eyeball, or your eye, that is where the edges of your mouth are. Okay. And again, it's something that you can check holding your pencil up to your face, kind of straight on. You can see that that will be the edges of your mouth. All right, your ears. When you're drawing ears, they go from the top of your eyebrow, to the base of your nose. I know that looks humongous. Don't worry. It will all be in proportion once you have everything on there. Okay, so when you have this part mapped out, that's good. But we have a floating head, kind of like in The Wizard of Oz. Great and Powerful Oz, it's just the green guy floating. I don't like that, the head. Don't like floating heads. You need a nice, big, strong neck. Nobody draw your neck like that. That looks like a popsicle stick holding up your head, and that is not true and accurate. So instead, your neck comes right behind where your ears are. So your neck comes down from way over here and from way over here. You're saying, but Mrs. Thompson, my neck is not that football player-y big. I haven't been working out that much. Again, these are guidelines, and as we need to change them, we will. But also we're drawing pretty large. So this is your starting point. On the back, make sure you have your name and hour. And I teach this 1, 4, 5, and 7. Okay. And that's it.